Okay guys, good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast brought to you by x5LIVE of the Mwave 10v10 Conquest Cup. I'm GoGoGadget and joining me as always is Dr. Steve. Now Dr. Steve, we had a few technical issues last night caused by the rollout of the BF4 patch, but tonight it looks like we are ready to roll.
Yes, it does. These guys are getting ready for action at the moment, Gadget, and we are seeing the teams Emphatic Gaming and Roll the Dice lining up on Zavod 3-1-1, getting themselves ready for action in this 10v10 Conquest tournament. The guys are just about in the server. Emph are just waiting on one guy to come in now. But I'll take this opportunity to run through the results for these guys through the Mwave, being that this is the last round, round 5. So having a quick look through the runs on the board so far in round 1 on lockers, we had Emphatic beat Virtus Gaming 411-0. They lost to Immunity 561 on Heinen and won against Oz 471-0 on Lankang. For Roll the Dice, it won on lockers against Oz 111-0, had a bye in the second round and lost to Immunity 511 tickets to 0 on Lankang, and they won by forfeit against Virtus on Rogue Transmission. So this game tonight will decide who goes through to the next stage, to the final series of this Mwave competition. So exciting stuff for both teams there, Gadget.
Yeah, that's right, Dr. Steve. So right now, of course, we are on the Zavod 3-1-1. It is a great map for some Emph combat, a little bit of tanking action there. Of course, we can see right here in between C and B that nice little small corridor. In fact, let's go ahead and free cam that one just down under here, as we're going to be seeing and expecting a lot of sort of small infantry based firefights happening down here, right down into the bottom of this B flag until they come up and cap that one up as well. So what do you think we've got to look out for specifically in this match between these two guys on Zavod, Dr. Steve?
On rollout, we're going to be the choppers from both teams, getting those drops over onto the B and C points, getting the people onto the flags as quickly as possible. And then from there, it's just the absolute skirmish that's going on between B and C. That's usually where most of the action is and where the fun's at. We will see the tanks hanging back around the A and D points, the gimme flags, the ones closest to the respective teams. The tanks do like to prowl around there, try and get the pixel shots off in the distance, keep those roofs a little bit clearer, and also defend those A and D flags. What for you is probably the most important thing on rollout for these teams there, GoGoGadget? The
most important thing on rollout, I mean, from my kind of limited, I'll say, experience on playing this map competitive 10v10 in Conquest, the initial sort of chopper rollout really does matter. You need to have a good, quick, fast chopper pilot that you know, can get a good position on the top of one of these buildings, whether it's C if you're on the I think it's US side, or B if you start spawning in from the Russian side. And if you're able to get that chopper on the building safely, then that can really, you know, help out your team at the beginning of the match, just by providing, you know, that safe spawn point. And if you can manage to take out the opposition's chopper, that's, you know, often undervalued in these matches, because that kind of lets them makes them not able to spawn in unless they've got a squad member on one of the flags. So hopefully we'll see some nice chopper action early on in the round, Dr. Steve.
You know what I'm hoping for? I really love the action with the ATVs with the jihad run, so slapping that C4 on the front of your ATV and going for a bit of tank hunts. We do enjoy seeing those guys trail around. Probably the north side of the map's the best bit of fun in terms of the little trails off to the side there. So getting yourself with the C4 slapped onto the front and just going a bit of tank hunting. So I'm hoping we will see a C4 Jihad Jeep or two tonight, but we'll see what these guys have got in store. I actually saw one the other week with some C4 on the chopper going for the run. I don't know if it was successful, but good on them for giving it a shot. Yeah,
worth a shot. Why not? It's right now we can see a couple of guys right here just practicing their Jeep ATV skills at the moment. Got Sparky there from Emph, and didn't quite catch who that was from RtD. But you know, talking again about the predictions for the match, we went over this last night, Dr. Steve, but it seems like Emph, they're the favoured ones to win. So lots of people have been saying, you know, Emph by 100, Emph by 150, even as high as I think, 280, I think I might have seen in the CG thread last night. So what do you think that RtD needs to do to kind of get on top of Emph early on?
Look, Emph have got some seriously decent. I think it depends on who they've got in their tank tonight, because it was a couple of their guys are quite good in the vehicles. RtD for me are quite strong on the ground as well. So
yeah,
it's going to be an interesting matchup to see how the tank pilots go tonight. They may actually be the linchpin of the whole match, the way that they're able to not only defend those gimme flags, but also put the pressure on the B and C points, roll in when they need to get pushed. Do the push cap, and also, you know, keep themselves nice and mobile and away from the jihad. So we will wait and see what these guys have got in store for us. I'm hoping that it is a very close match, but you know, what we've seen so far throughout the Mwave tournament in these opening stages is there's been a bit of hit and miss. We haven't seen too many close rounds, so I'm hoping tonight's the night for that, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can see here, I'm not sure if this is the live round. It looks like it's probably not at the moment. Still just cracking it out on this one from the looks of things. But yeah, that's right. Close match is a good match, Dr. Steve. So to wait and see. At the moment, the round's just yeah, cracking it out. Nothing too crazy happening, but I'm trying to think who these guys will be progressing towards, who the next match will be if Emph does end up winning this one, or whoever wins this one. I'm trying to look at the brackets. So yeah, I think either way, you know, definitely getting to the stage of the competition where, you know, you've only really got the good teams left after this round, and well, only got the best teams, I should say. So it's definitely all guns blazing from here on out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether they are live at the moment. Did we just get a restart a moment ago?
We did just get a restart a moment ago. I'm not too sure that it's live from the looks of things. Although, yeah, we've got two flags capped at the moment by I think it was the RtD guys and Emph. Yeah, it doesn't. Not too sure.
I'll message one of the guys. I think we might get a start on calling because I did see some chatter over the server that it looks like it is live. So I think we'll get in amongst the action, and I'll just confirm up while you're having a bit of a shout out.
Okay, sounds good. So let's take a look over here at this D point where it's actually being capped out by the RtD guys. They've got some members on it. A couple of guys just down there in the building hiding it out. Got one Emph member around there, but let's take a look at the action going on around B and C. So right here we can see Zenith OGN. He's getting taken out pretty damn low. Pistol Knight though gets the kill onto El Bueno with his AEK, and there we are. We've got a melee range firefight between Tyrant and Neville Bartos there. Neville Bartos comes out on top with that one, although with some nice revives. He also manages to get back up after he got taken out. So nice bit of play there by the Emph crew. But right now we've got A&D taken out by the US side. So RtD have those in control. They've got themselves out to a nice early ticket lead at the moment, Dr. Steve, 241 to 208. So they're definitely doing some things right, although as I've just said that, Emph, they've taken out B and C.
Yes, they've done well to get themselves on those middle and saying confirmation this is live. We are getting seriously into the thick of it now in this opening stage of the first round on Zavod between Emphatic Gaming and also the guys from Roll the Dice. So looks like the push is on for the B point now for the guys from Roll the Dice. RtD in and around. There's a couple of guys in there at the moment. Jibata's there. He's getting a couple of shots off. He's just been taken down. Tyrant from Emph doing the dirty work there, getting the kill. But it looks like they also pushed some people over onto the C point. So RtD were holding for a very brief moment 3 flags, but now A and C are the only ones in their possession. It looks like we do have Emphatic trying to get the decap done, but Emphatic is losing tickets and doing it fast at the moment. 233 to 199 there, Gadget.
Yeah, that's right. It's a really, really nice start here by the RtD guys. And I'm just rolling out with Cosimo over here near the C point, and he's got his AK moving towards it. That flag is being capped out by RtD from the looks of things. So, you know, RtD really, really doing well. If they manage to cap out this C point, they've just regained D as well. And there we are. Sparky goes down to Cosimo. Nice shooting air with the AK. Bit of a pot shot, but kill's a kill. So we're going to move on to Pistol Knight now. Looks like he's moving in towards that B flag, which is the new target for RtD. They've capped out D. C is on the way, and now the focus is on C, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, they're pushing some guys now that they've secured up that B point, so RtD are really going hell for leather. They've got 3 flags in their possession at the moment, so the focus is off that B point as they start to move some troops into C. Neville Bartos is there, as is Blueberry, as is Psycho Simo, so these guys getting themselves amongst the action. Neville Bartos taking down Cot there, getting a nice kill with his AEK. So nice stuff from all of the guys at the moment, and RtD really seem to be putting the foot down and just getting some nice pressure on as they move into that C point and secure that one. It's grey at the moment, but will be going in their possession. Looks like Source from Emphatic is back on the B point at the moment, hiding under those grease traps. Oh, he's just gone down. Massive frag grenade coming over from Unlikely. I'm not sure whether what the situation was there. It might have been a team kill, mate.
Well, maybe. That's not too good news for them at all, but when we're rolling out, it looks like we've got some more action potentially happening around the C point there. So that's actually Pistol Knight getting a kill, but it gets taken down by Insta-kill and his Ace 52. So, yeah, not going to be able to push onto that one much further, though right now we've got Ludacrit here on the backside, sort of doing a stealth cap there on that D point, which is currently owned by Emph. But Emph, they've sent a man there, and he's in the train. That's Fuzzy, so looks like Ludacrit checking that one out, but gets C4'd from Fuzzy. What a play there. That's why you can't just go walking head first into these train carriages. They can be pretty scary things, Dr. Steve. But for now, B and C well and truly in RtD's favour, and well, they're off to a fantastic start. 222 tickets to 164.
It's a massive lead for these guys. Looks like Emphatic are back on a roll now. They've got themselves A, they're capping up B quickly, and D is still in their possession, although that's being capped up at the moment by Pistol Knight and Jabata. So a couple of the guys from RtD responding to that D point. They want their gimme flag back, and they're going to get some guys in there. There we go. Just gone grey on D point, so RtD still doing the business, still getting themselves in a position where they're happy. B point is where all the serious action is. I'm just having a quick look at the guys in there. Unlikely's up on top of the roof at the moment, getting some shots down. Neville Bartos is up there with him as well. So they're just laying the fire down, keeping themselves in a nice spawn position, and getting the shots over. Source takes down Ludacrit in amongst the action there, and it looks like Neville Bartos has just jumped off the roof and making his way over onto the C point to respond to the troops from Emphatic that are starting to get that one capped up. There we go, just gone grey. So Emphatic are getting themselves into a good attacking position on that C point. They've got a couple of troops in there. The team leader, Alfie's there, as is Sparky, as is a couple of other guys. I think Cot's in there as well. So fantastic stuff from Emphatic, getting themselves in a good position to claw back some of those tickets there, GoGoGadget.
Yeah, it looks like it. And we've got Emph there, Unlikely Emph from RtD, just taking down Sparky there, using that Ace 52 as well. So he's going to try and get a cap out on this C point. And in the meantime, taking a look over at B, it looks like the RtD guys managed to clear out most of them, most of the Emph guys over on that B flag, so that is getting capped up pretty fast. Bit of action there. Sees Sean's Maggot go down for the Emph side. A couple of revs come out, and RtD are out in full force on that B flag. That's going to be capped out in no time. And Unlikely Emph, I think, just managed to dispatch the last Emph member that was guarding that C flag. So soon it looks like we'll be seeing RtD with a full 3 cap on this map, and they're already ahead 50 tickets. It seems like, you know, for like Emph, they tried to claw it back a little bit. They did a nice rotation onto B, but RtD, after that little engagement there, they've wiped them all out, and they're well and truly in control of this map so far, Dr. Steve.
Yes, solid work from these guys on the RtD side. They're getting themselves in all the right positions and responding very quickly. Their rotations are smooth. They know what they need to do, and Emphatic are really struggling at this point. So we are seeing a couple of the guys now from Emph move on to that B point, but the defense from RtD is massive. They've just moved a whole 4-man squad in there and laying the fire down, standing out around those grease traps, having a look down. Psycho Simo's up on top of the roof, looking down as well. So RtD, they don't want to let that B flag go. That one's theirs. They're happy to keep it, and they're laying down the fire just to make it known that they really need to keep those 2 flags. C and B is in their possession. They did lose D in that scurry there, so nice work from Emphatic, getting knowing when they needed to move away, rotate away from those B and C points, getting themselves A and D. 135 to 195 in favour of RtD at the moment there, Gadget.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking a look at Source here in the tank. He's just had some slams laid onto him, so it looks like, there we are, BPRC with the slams. Takes down Source, 100 HP, 100% to 0 there in the tank. So that tank not too good news at all for Emph there. Now this C flag is still capped up by RtD, and without that tank, that's going to make it just that little bit much harder to take, as we're actually riding out there with Jeeves, who had a bit of a car crash going into that C point right here. But at the moment, 3 flags, B, C and D, well and truly in RtD's hands here. And, well, they really don't want to give it up. We're seeing a bit of a push, though, from Emph onto this B flag, and it looks like they've managed to take a few guys out. We see Kotimat, they're taking down Unlikely with that AEK, but Fuzzy here and the crew still taking this one out. We're seeing a little bit more resistance from RtD on this side, though, but trade between Zenith OGN and Sparky with a frag grenade actually sort of secures that one. So now the Emph have taken out that B flag. They're rotating to C now, trying to get this cap up, and they really need to, Dr. Steve, because those tickets are ticking down.
Yeah, they're losing them quick, smart, and look, RtD are responding by pushing some troops over onto the Alpha point. We've got 2 guys over there at the moment. Vulcan's there. Oh no, trading BPRC and Emph Source traded kills. So it looks like the guys from RtD might be in a strong position to cap up that A point back over onto the C point. The RtD are holding that one at the moment, but Emph are doing well to respond. Jeeves is there. We've also got Sparky, so these guys are laying down the fire. Sparky taking down Unlikely, Zenith taking down El Huno, and Jeeves is taking down the Blueberry Man in and around that C point. B point is still in possession of Emph, so Emph have got themselves a B point, they've got themselves a C point, whilst RtD are on D and A at the moment. It looks like A has got the tank of Source rolling in right now, so he's going to come into a little bit of fun if he gets anywhere near those slams and or mines that are put down on the middle of the road in around the A point there, Gadget.
Yeah, it looks like, and just rolling out with Jevsus there. Oh, he was moving towards that B point, just getting gunned down. So it looks like RtD at the moment, they're holding that one pretty handily. But yeah, moving on to that tank around the A flag there, Ludicrit, it looks like. In fact, no, that's around the D flag. We've got Source, of course, over on the A flag there. So he's definitely cautious. I think he can see those slams in the road there. There we are. Knocks him out with his main gun. And he's going to be moving on, trying to get the cap out here, excuse me. And he's going to have a little bit of resistance, though, because we've got at least one, no, in fact, 2 members of RtD just holding steady in this A point. So it's going to take all those 3 members, all of that time devoted from Emph to cap this one out. In the meantime, Emph, they're trying to push on to C. We see Sean's maggot going down right there, and they're just struggling because they're having to devote a few extra members of their squad to that A point, and they just can't take C in the meantime. So not looking good for them, Dr. Steve.
No, it's a bit struggle for them at the moment, so I think they really need to commit themselves to one of the points. I think it's the same sort of issue that we saw the other week with, I'm just trying to think who it was, Elim and Infinity possibly, with the guys separating their teams a little bit too much. Emph need to just get themselves in a nice grouped area, get themselves pushing on one flag together, and maybe hold out the 2 flags for a moment, try and compose themselves and get the kills doing the business. But I am seeing a Jihad Jeep at the moment, driven by Emphatic Fuzzy, making his way around the back of the map at the moment, and he will be gunning for Ludacrit in the tank. I'm not sure whether they've seen each other yet, but it'll be interesting to track those guys and see how they go in the not too distant future. The chop drop has come down for Emphatic though. They've put their troops, they've got 3-4 guys now down and around the D point as Ludacrit moves back in the tank for RtD to respond. That D point has been capped up really quickly, so Emph getting themselves nice 2 flag, getting themselves off the bleed, and it couldn't have come a moment too soon. 160. Oh, looks like that that Jihad Jeep didn't go too well. Ludacrit is still standing up now, so good work from him. But yeah, the scorecard, as I was saying before, 39 tickets to 167 in favour of RtD, really leading the way at the moment, Gadget.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job so far on this first half here. Ludacrit though in the tank, he is, you know, he's looking pretty good at the moment. So he's on about 70% health, pushing into D, where it looks like Emph have actually moved out of D. So they've said, okay, let's just cap it up and let's try and refocus all of our attention, it seems, onto the B flag here. So they're pushing into it there. We see Zenith OGN taking down Sean's Maggot. They're seeing a firefight under the stairs here, and that's Pistol Knight facing the wrong way, gets taken out by insta-kill, although 2 members gunned down from up the stairs there, and I think there was a team kill in the midst there as well, but a revive quickly sorts that one out, and now it looks like B is probably going to be taken out by Emph, although as I say that, 3 members of RtD spawned in on that B flag, getting gunned down though. That's Jevsus getting taken out by Blueberry 667, and action all around this B flag at the moment, Dr. Steve.
One man standing, and it's Psycho Simo. He's in under the grease pits at the moment, having a bit of a look around. A couple of guys now have spawned off him for RtD, so they're looking strong to recap that point. C is grey at the moment as well, but Alfie and a couple of his troops are on there, so these guys are just going to regroup and do it again, doing the B push to C, and that's going to be fun. The mole men are down in the tunnels having a look. Unlikely's making his way up the stairs now, peeking over the side, getting some shots off there. Oh, he's done the business there and taken down insta-kill. Emph Source takes down BPRC and Sean's Maggot with the kill on Chibata. So great stuff from all of these guys. Unlikely with another kill taking down Alfie. Ace 23 is the weapon of his choice, and he's putting it to good work at the moment. As it looks like these teams have just swapped flags. They've gone from B to C respectively, and now it looks like RtD will be capping up that C point whilst Emph capping up the B point. So those are the trades we like to see, because we did lose some troops in amongst the action. Emph don't have a whole lot of tickets to play with, 19 versus 154, and I'll take the opportunity also to read out a couple of the shout outs on the stream, but I'm not able to bring that up right now, so I might do that at half time there.
That's right, I can give a couple of shout outs. I've got a shout out to Neste there, a bit of a controversial one, DV16 Killer and Valzo and Shrives as well, so a couple of shout outs there, and shout out to all of the guys watching in on the stream tonight. Glad that we've been able to bring this battle to you with no issues so far, but at the moment Emph, they're certainly having some issues, as 148 to 13 reads a ticket count, and it's not long at all, I feel, until Emph finally bleed out. We've got 2 members down there on Emph down in the tunnels, so RtD, they're going to be capping out this B point pretty quickly, Dr. Steve, and with 10 tickets left, there's not much time to go.
No, and we do have 5 of the guys from Emph now in Deadpool, and they won't be coming back anytime soon. There's no point in them coming out. They just need, the guys that are alive need to get as many kills as they can, take down the tickets as much as they can. 5 tickets left, so we will see these guys just hanging about, seeing what they're able to do. Try and take 1 or 2 tickets off. There we go, it's all gone. 145 tickets is the margin in favour of RtD. That's a commanding lead for the first round there, Gadget.
Yeah, great play there by RtD. It's just from the get-go, they were doing really well. Managed to get themselves, I think they actually did cap out both of those B and C points very early on, and just kind of held that advantage throughout the map, and it just didn't feel like Emph were able to respond. They normally, and like what lots of people were saying in the threads, Dr. Steve, Emph great at infantry play, probably going to be feeling pretty confident on this map with those sort of tight corridors, close firefights, but we just didn't see that round.
No, I think that RtD were just superior with their strats, the way that they were able to respond to the threats. We do have the scoreboard up, so I'll run through a couple of the guys. Zenith leading the way for RtD, 25 kills, 9 deaths. Nice work, man. Jevzus is there with 24 and 15 for Emph. The scoreboard has disappeared, but there were some outstanding numbers from the guys on RtD. They were really doing well in the KDR, and you know, that's not everything. They were good on positioning on the board, but backing that up with good KDR really helps them, and 145 tickets the margin is showing us the business, and it looks like we are going live straight away for the second round. 22 tickets. What do you think the guys from Emphatic Gaming are going to have to do in this second round to even stand a chance, mate?
Well, I want to see them keep some of their assets up for a little bit longer. You know, we saw Source last round. He was barely ever up in that tank, you know, driving it right into the middle of those B and C points. Often, you know, not the best idea. So maybe if he can just hold back a little bit and actually use that tank to try and you know, try and keep some points in Emph's favour once they actually capture them, then I think that would really help out their team. But going to have to see, you know, again, some nice rotations and Emph sticking to their guns, picking a point and going with it. Like you were saying, Dr. Steve, but right now we're having to roll out a couple of guys. RtD, their target is that B flag, but we've got Emph taking out C. RtD, looks like they're pretty confident getting into this B flag. That's going to be theirs in no time at all. A and D being capped by, I think, one member of each team respectively, and the fight is about to break out in between these two flags, Dr. Steve.
Yes, I'm watching the tank on tank at the moment. Source and Ludacrit going hell for leather over at that D point, so it was a big reach around from Ludacrit himself up there next to the D point. So we're going to see how this plays out for him. Oh, he's done the business, shooting through the building to take down the Source man. Superior tanking skills from that Ludacrit guy. He's done the business and really helping his team get the cap up. But it looks like, here we go, Fuzzy's going to drop the Jihad Jeep on him, and boom, he's gone. Fuzzy with the Jihad. Nice work there. So some fun stuff right on the rollout from both of these teams. Yeah, no, very nice work there by Fuzzy. Managed to just catch the end of that as well. So that is going to be their flag to take over on the Emph side, so they're going to be pretty happy about that one. And of course, with that tank down as well, that's a big player not able to help out the RtD guys. But speaking of RtD at the moment, they do have control of that B point, rotated now towards C. We're seeing quite a few members in here. We just saw down there, I think that was Neville Bartos taking out Coconut, or Kotik, we're calling Kotik down there, and currently they are in possession of 3 flags, the RtD guys. Rev comes out though, lots of fire being spread across this kind of wall here at the moment, and we are seeing this flag being held out by the RtD guys. So A, B and C, and it looks like now, Dr. Steve, Emph have turned their focus a little bit back to B. Yeah, we do. Oh, we've only got one guy at the moment. Jevzus in there. He's got the kill on Psycho Simo. So doing the business. Oh, double. Nice work, mate. L8A2. Oh, L85A2 on Psycho Simo and Ludacrit from the Jevzus, man. He's had a couple of friends spawn on him now, so he's not on his own. So these guys, Jevzus just, you know, trailblazing over on that B point, giving his team the opportunity to spawn up, and great stuff. He's just been taken down, unfortunately, by Zenith OGN, getting the kill on him, and it looks like the response from RtD is just brutal. They've put 5 guys onto that point, and it's no longer do the Emph guys have a chance. Sparky spawned up, as has his Kotik and his Jevzus in there, so they're trying to get back in the action, but it's going to be hard for them to push in, Gadget. Yeah, it is. So right now we've got going to be rolling out with Jevzus there as he pushes into the point. Does manage to take out EMP, stops the kill streak with his own L85 A2 down there as he's dropping underneath the flag. Kind of checks it out. Sparky, his friends there, they are going to try and cap this one out as Tyrant actually just took out BPRC outside, it sounded like, and he's not quite going to get the rev up onto Zenith OGN there. But we've got Alfie actually getting taken out there, but likely as well gets taken out by Jevzus in response. So this flag is looking like it's going to be capped out here by Emph. They do manage to get it, but right now the assault is coming on thick and fast. We see there Zenith OGN taken out there by Jevzus. Jevzus himself gets blasted, and now Emph are having to defend this flag
as much as they can. But it looks like they've just about got this though. Kotick there in a little bit of trouble as Unlikely takes him down, and this flag looks like RtD are almost managing to wrestle control from Emph, but there's spawns, Dr. Steve. It's just stopping RtD from fully capping it yet.
Oh, it's going mental inside that B point. It looks like Emph have done the business. They've been able to clean up, and now they're making the push. Molman through the tunnels, heading over to C point. Great work from Emph, just sticking in that battle, keeping with it, and that was the tight corridor action that we wanted to see underneath those lube pits, doing the business, and now they're on C. So great stuff. Here we go. RtD are responding. Blueberry spawned up. Neville Bartos has spawned up, and they'll be making the push in. Neville getting the kill on Sparky. Alfie took down Blueberry before he had a chance to look in the building. So great stuff from Emph. Now this is what we want to see. They're kicking back and doing a great job. Jeeves is taking down Neville Bartos. Ludacrid look like he's taken down M-Source in the tank, so we may have had some tank on tank action in and around there as well. D point is held up at the moment by RtD. B and C are held up by the guys from Emphatic, and A is under heavy contention, but it looks like Emphatic have got quite a few guys in and around that point as well. They may need to drop some of those guys back to defend on B as RtD start to stream in now. 215 tickets, to 198 in favour of RtD, so they're still leading the way, but Emphatic have got themselves in a good position to kick back. Gadget.
Yeah, it looks like it, and we're seeing a lot of action here around this A flag, Dr. Steve. So looks like this flag at the moment, it is capped out by Emph, and they're doing a pretty nice job of clearing out all these RtD guys from the buildings here. And oh no, that building's falling down, but looked like BPRC was just able to get out of that one in time. But for now, that A flag is fully capped out by Emph, and we're going to be seeing the action kind of probably rotating towards that D flag from the looks of things. We've got Jabata there moving towards that flag, and he's going to meet a little bit of resistance there. Sees insta-kill from the Emph side, going to be pushing into it, doesn't quite manage to get the kill the first few shots as insta-kill ducks behind the car there, but he's going to be pursuing him pretty closely as he runs around there, flanks him. Nice work there, and there we are, 2 kills there to Jabata with that AEK. Nice work, and that's going to eliminate all of the Emph guys, who apart from that tank actually on the flag, which might pose a bit of a problem for the RtD guys as they're trying to cap it. No, that's actually Ludicrous. Never mind.
Fuzzy tried to take out with the Jihad Jeep, but failed epically and ended up getting killed with a nice tank shot. Here we go. Tank on tank action. Ludacrid's facing the wrong way as he fires the first shot backwards onto Source, but it looks like these guys are going to be going a nice long-range battle. They don't have any support troops around them, so they're going to be relying on their gunners, but Fuzzy looks like he's back in the action on that Jihad Jeep, so Ludacrid's going to have the odds up against him as the tank and the Jihad Jeep. Here we go, rolling in.
He doesn't see it!
Oh, bang! Nice stuff. Fuzzy doing the business there, mate.
Great job there by Fuzzy, and he was just looking the wrong way, so kind of focused in that tank on tank battle, did not see that Jeep coming straight towards him there, so nice work by Fuzzy. He's managed to get a few nice Jihad Jeep kills this round, so that's it's good for him. But at the moment we are seeing a bit more infantry action over here on this C point. Fire exchange between both sides of the flag right here. So that's Psychosmo taking out insta-kill. Neville Bartos takes out Jevsis though. Emph replies with Kotick with a double onto Unlikely and Blueberry there, but gets taken out himself as we're seeing Jabata right here just mulling around the flag, and it looks like RtD have managed to take this flag out. Seeing a little bit more pressure from Emph, but most of it has gone already, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, the Emph guys were getting themselves in a nice position, but they're just having a struggle of a time on the defence. As the moment RtD just starts to stroll in, they seem to get the flag. So Emph need to work on the defensive positions, need to get themselves in better positions and be able to respond a little more quickly, because we are seeing RtD just rolling through. The scoreboards are a lot closer this time, 187 to Reed's 166 in favour of RtD. So we are seeing a closer match, but it may not be enough. 145 was the margin in the first round, and the guys from Emphatic only have about 20 tickets to play with their Gadget.
Yeah, not too many at all, so Emphatic, they're going to have to really pull something off to get some sort of 3 cap permanently for the rest of the round if they want to get through this round. And you know, that's pretty surprising. You know, lots of people in the thread. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's looking like Emph are going to be upset here in this round. So we'll have to wait and see. Still lots of action coming out, especially over that C point. We've got RtD, I should say, moving in there. Zenith OGN taking out, I think that was Vulcan there, and they are capping this one out very, very fast. We've got a little bit more action outside. It looks like Emph, they're pushing in from that B point that they've captured. Jevsus, though, goes down, taken out there by Blueberry 667. And we're going to see a little bit more reviving action happening here as Emph try and push onto this flag, but it doesn't look like it's happening, Dr. Steve.
No, they've got enough troops in there. They just need to get in the cap radius and stay out of the guns. They've taken down Zenith, which is good work, which means that we've only got a couple of guys left from RT at the moment. Pistol Knight is on the outskirts, as is Jabata, but it looks like it's going to be a solid cap up from Emph as Jesus is in there laying down the fire, getting some nice shots off. Alfie taking down Unlikely, Tyrant taking down Blueberry. So here we go. The roll from Emph is on the cards as they make their way into that C point and secure that up. Great stuff. They've got B and C, although the B point, just as I said that, RtD have rolled 4 or 5 guys into that B point. Fantastic rotations there as they get themselves out of the Trouble's way on C and straight over to B to get that back cap, secure that up. 2 flags apiece, 165 reads, 153 in favour of RtD. So RtD is still leading the way. That Gadget at the moment, it's going to be hard for the guys from Emph to come back now.
Yeah, certainly is. So right now we're seeing RtD, they've just capped out B, moving, rotating towards this C flag here, putting pressure on it from all angles. We've got a couple of guys there. Just saw Zenith OGN taking out Jevsus and Kotick there. So nice shooting by him. He's been doing fantastically this in this match so far, and at the moment he's pretty high up on the scoreboard. 14 and 10 reads his KD at the moment, but we're getting Emph. Oh no, Blueberry meets Jevsus there. Gets taken out by Kotick at the end. Oh no, it's over.
It's over. It is over. RtD will take this one out, and convincingly at this point, unless the guys from Emphatic are able to get them some late runs on the board, hopefully take out a round at least. We don't want to see them go down that completely. They're doing well keeping pace in this second round, but it hasn't been enough so far. I'm tracking Fuzzy as he's making his way across the top of the map. Looks like he's on that Jihad Jeep again, and will be heading over to the A point to give Ludacrit a little bit of problems, although himself is caught up in the trees. He's just having some happy laps right now, but it looks like most of the flags on the mainland, B and C, currently held up by RtD. Very, very convincing stuff from these RtD guys in both rounds so far.
Yeah, fantastic play. And I am also just rolling out with Fuzzy on the camera right here. He definitely wants to try and get another Jihad Jeep kill, and I'm not too sure though, but it looks like the tank there. Oh no, Tyrant gets the kill with his slams, which I think were placed on Source's tank there. No, sorry, Ludacrit's tank there. So Source is going to be pretty happy about that. He doesn't have to go into any further tank battles there around that A flag. Fuzzy though, he's going to have to retreat, kind of moving back to that C flag now. But yeah, like you said, Dr. Steve, this is just such a convincing, couple of maps it's been from RtD. A couple of halves, I should say. C and B, still taken by them. And it looks like BPRC are going to take out that tank there. He was on top of the tank. He actually gets taken out, though, before he can blow it up. But Source there with a nice bit of active protection might have just saved his life.
that was good stuff from him, although his tank is on fire, and will probably be going down very shortly. He's bailed and running for the tanks now, so he's happy enough to take it the rest of the way on foot as he rounds into that C point. Oh, here we go, kills coming thick and fast. He's laying the shots down, but is taken down by Neville Bartos with the AK 971. B point is where I'm heading right now, as that one's being capped up very quickly by Emphatic. Man down, looks like Fuzzy has left the server. over. But the two guys from Emphatic have just been smashed down. Pistol Knight, double kill at the same time. Insta-kill and Sparky both going down. So RtD will re-secure that B point very quickly, although Emph have responded and are putting themselves over onto C. Three guys in there at the moment, El Huno, Sean's Maggot and Tyrant in there. And it looks like Tyrant just took down Zenith. Jevzus taking down Vulcan. Headshot with the L85A2 as these guys are getting themselves back into the action on the C point. So Emph aren't quite giving up just yet as Blueberry now rolls in from RtD, getting himself into the C point and firing up some shots as insta-kill from the Emphatic team is making his way onto the point and getting some shots off, but he's just been taken down. Looks like Blueberry did the business on him and Sean's Maggot. Double kill from Bluey. Great stuff there. So lots and lots of action happening around these B and C points. D's just been re-secured up by RtD and 2 flags apiece. 115 tickets, reads 89 in favour of RtD, and they can't look any better at the moment. They're just golden the whole way through, Gadget.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there hasn't really been any sort of lapses in RtD sort of pressure across the map, and it seemed like whenever they wanted a point, they took it over the course of these couple of rounds. So at the moment, Sparky is going to be trying to cap out this B point from RtD. No doubt their resistance are going to be coming in pretty quickly. Emph there tried with the Jihad Jeep, not going to get anything with that one, but does manage to drop down, taking out Sparky with his MG4. Tyrant though lives on half health, and that flag is going to be still in Emph's control. With Zenith OGN there, one of the star men, I should say, of RtD pushing in. I don't think it's going to be in their favour for much longer with his AEK, so he's going to be pushing down there. I think he's actually got a member behind him, takes him out. That was Jevzus there. So right now we've got Blueberry living down on this point, and I think RtD have managed to wipe out everyone from Emph over on that B point. So they're going to be taking out this one and almost taking out, well, 3, almost 4 flags at once, Dr. Steve. Well, it looks like D's getting kept up.
That was an epic push.
Yeah.
It was an epic push from those guys. They do have one over on A. It looks they will hold. No. A's just been secured up. It was almost 4 flags there, which is great effort. And Source has pushed his tank over onto the D point, securing that one up slowly. And here we go. The chopper is up for Emph, and they've got a couple of guys now going down onto the B point. So they will have some guys in and around that B area, and we'll be putting the fire down on there soon. But it looks like they've already been spotted by RtD as they start to get the kills. Devil Bardos takes down insta-kill. Alfie did a nice kill there on Jabata with the AEK. So it's not over yet. These guys are having some great fun. Exchanging kills. That chopper's still flying around. Sean's Maggot's having a ball of a time as he lands that one on top of the roof, and we'll be putting some fire there. He's got the small, he's got the rifle there, and just laying down some fire to the couple of guys on top of the roof. He hasn't got a kill just yet. Jevzus has got a double though, taking down Zenith and Ludacris with his L85. Vulcan with the slam on Source, so that tank is down. But these guys are having some good fun. Sean's Maggot did just manage to get a kill on Unlikely Gadget.
Yeah, nice play there by Sean's Maggot, but at the moment these flags are actually all capped out, so RtD, they actually don't own any flags, which I think is the first in the map, although as I say that, Vulcan and Pistol Knight just capped out that D flag there, so they're going to be getting a few more points out this way, and it seems like Emph, they really want to just try and, get a little bit of a few more points up, make the loss not as, not as annoying by winning this round, but at the moment RtD 97 to 59 looking really, really strong. They're not going to let Emph have anything for free right there. And with the first round win of 145 tickets, this is going to be a little bit closer, but certainly nothing like our predictions expected, Dr. Steve.
No, I was on the side of RtD.
You were actually, so yeah, you were.
So
yeah.
I'm pretty happy with my pickings at this point. I think they are a little bit of the dark horse in this tournament overall. Is that going into this, they weren't that highly rated. They're a solid team, but in terms of the performance they're putting on tonight, I really think that these will be the ones to watch as the dark horse prediction for the rest of the final series. They're doing a great job on Zavod, so if they can carry that over to the other maps, we might have a bit of a show on our hands between the top teams.
Yeah, well, hopefully that would be fantastic to see in the coming a little wee while on this Mwave 10v10 comp. But for now, it looks like the ticket count's kind of slowed down a bit in this match at the moment. As you know, both teams, they're kind of capping out 2 points. Other team caps out 2 points, and they kind of trade the points. We've got 2 points for the US side there, RtD, 2 points for Emph, and they are kind of defending out this push here from Emph onto this B side. But we are going to be seeing this match ending in not too long. Although RtD, they're probably going to be holding a nice firm ticket lead as well going into the end of this match. And we've also got a couple of questions in chat there that we can field. So I am currently doing the camera work, a little bit sketchy, of course. Have to try and cast and cameraman at the same time, but hopefully it's been fairly acceptable so far. And we are actually going to be seeing Unlikely Emph there firing into that C flag as Neville Bartos right behind him dies. And Dr. Steve, it's not too long until we see this match wrap up.
No, 78 tickets to 33 in favour of RtD guys. They're doing a great job getting themselves in position. They're just I think they've taken the foot off a little bit and they're just having a bit of fun at the moment. They're still pouring some guys into that C point to get that cap up now. Emph are responding. They've got a couple of guys in and around there at the moment. Alfie's there. It looks like he may be the sole man on defence at the moment. Just goes down. Bang, Unlikely with the Ace-23 headshot on Alfie doing the business. C now is being capped up, so it looks like it will be a 3-flag cap for RtD as they get themselves in position. But we do have Kotick making the push now onto the B point, and he's having some friends spawn off him now. Insta-kills just spawned up, having a bit of a look around. They're hiding beneath the stairs, putting those med packs down, getting ready for the response. Here we go. Psycho Simo's now coming under the tunnels, the mole man that he is, having a look around. He's firing off some shots. He has spotted the insta-kill man, so these guys will be trading very shortly. Oh, it looks like he's just gone down. Or maybe not. No, here we go. Now he goes down as Jabata takes down Source. Kotick took down Unlikely, and El Huno took down Pistol Knight. So great stuff. Oh, insta-kill taking down Neville Bartos as well. So this B point is a bloodbath in those loot pits as both the teams are doing a great job. Zenith with a double. Actually took down insta-kill with the assault rifle and then pulled out the pistol to finish off Kotick. So great stuff from both teams in on that B point. It looks like RtD may have the upper hand, but Emph have just respawned troops back in now, mate.
Yeah, and that was actually just a triple kill with the frag there, I think, from Unlikely on the Emph side. So yeah, that was a very, very nicely thrown frag. But that's right, Steve. We've got the music playing. Got the round ending very, very soon, and with RtD just looking so dominant here on Zavod 911. So 311 even. Not sure why I said 911, but at the moment we are seeing that last ticket tick down. Yeah, close enough. Oh, that's number. That's right. But right now, that last ticket, a little bit hard for them to take down. They're just waiting until their last player can stay alive right now, and I'm just trying to figure out who that is. They've got Jabata up and Vulcan, but after that, Steve, it is going to be the end.
That's right. These guys are going to struggle to keep hold of a point, so we may see Bleed do the business because they're not prepared to spawn anyone in. Insta-kill and Source are the only ones up at the moment, so we will probably see Bleed do the business and take down that last ticket. Source is sitting on that C point in the tank, doing the best that he can. It will be interesting to see how long he's able to stay alive, and it looks like he is the last man standing now, so we'll track Source. No, someone else has spawned in and given him a little bit of a reprieve there. 57 tickets to 0 in favour of RtD. Solid work from the guys. Might have a quick look through the scoreboards and see who was leading the way. A couple of 30 bombs coming over as well. Unlikely 37-20, and also Jevsis 34 and 23. Zenith also 31 kills, 15 deaths. That's some awesome KDR there.
Yeah, no, great kills across the board, and Kotick as well, dropping a 30 bombs. So, you know, Emph, they definitely put up a pretty strong fight, but in the end, RtD, you know, just looking across there, their team's scoreboard. Often you see teams at the end of the match, and you can kind of pick out the players where they might be just not having a good round or not really gelling too well that day. But over on Emph's side, it's very, very sort of even. There's no one that really falls behind, and they've got, of course, their top players there. Zenith, Unlikely, just great play there by Emph.
That's it. 202 tickets, I think, using some very rudimental math skills gives me the margin for that match tonight, going the way of Roll the Dice. So solid stuff from both teams, but Roll the Dice really coming away with a solid victory. And hopefully we will have some of the guys joining us shortly for a chat. What was it for you overall tonight that Roll the Dice really did properly to get themselves into that commanding win?
I really like the way that they approach their points, especially in the middle ground. Those C and B points. Quite often you see teams, sort of grouping up, and when I've played this map, at a much lower level with my new sort of, less experienced team, we often kind of group up, get taken out all in a line, something like that. What I really like to see RtD do, and what they did in those maps, was that they kind of approached it all from different angles. They fanned out, they kind of flanked around, so it was really hard for Emph to kind of defend when RtD wanted to push in, and I think that was part of the reason why we saw whenever RtD wanted a point, they took it throughout the map. So yeah, I think that was it.
Excellent stuff. I'm just trying to get some figures on the result tonight from the other match that was being played between Elim and BLS. Looks like the score margin was 404 tickets to 0, going the way of Elim. So those guys look like they had a nice, comfy victory there, seeing as we only start with about 250 odd tickets at the start of the match. So they did quite well for themselves in their bracket and their match tonight on Zavod. So I'm pretty glad we picked a closer match with the cast. We
Definitely
don't like to see those sort of walkovers, but yeah, great stuff from Roll the Dice tonight. For me, I think that the rollouts from those guys, although we missed a little bit of the first round due to some communication snafus, but look, by the time we caught up, Roll the Dice were already in a commanding position in terms of troops on the map, the caps and everything like that, and then just their ability to rotate. They knew when it was time to give up on a flag, rotate around, do a back cap, and then send their guys back onto those B and C points, and I think that really led the way. We didn't see a lot of work from both of the tanks tonight, although I've got to say that Ludicrous was probably my favourite for the tank pilot tonight. But overall, I think it was a solid match from both teams, and RtD are definitely going to be the dark horses to watch in this final series coming up, Gadget.
Oh, definitely, Dr. Steve, and I'm really excited as we're getting into this final series for this Mwave 10v10 competition. Of course, big shout out to Mwave, shout out to x5LIVE for all the graphics guys doing all these overlays, all that good stuff, so that we can put on this stream. But yeah, definitely stay tuned, guys, for all of this finals action that we've got coming up. I can't wait to cast it, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And Dr. Steve, I'm just taking a look. Looks like we don't have any members that I can see from either of the teams. So any final shout outs before we head off the air?
I'll just say a big thanks to everyone that tuned in on the stream. We will do our best to chuck up the VODs on YouTube, so stay tuned. All the deets for the YouTube, the Facebook, the website are there, and don't forget to also catch me on Twitter at Dr Steve _, and you're on GoGoGadget Cast, am I correct?
Yes, that's right, at GoGoGadget Cast. So follow us there. We'll try and update whenever we're going live with any sort of match. But yeah, I think you've just about summed up everything, Dr. Steve. So once again, thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.